Hi, welcome back. This is going to be another of my quick mini reviews, and I'm going to be looking at the Hollyland Lark M1 microphone setup. It comes with two transmitters and a single receiver, and it's one of the lower end on the price spectrum about microphones, portable microphones for recording, for vlogging, for YouTube, and for things like that, for social media, or just for, you know, making family videos or something, okay? So remember, that's Hollyland. I keep getting mixed up with Holy Lands, or I keep mixing up with Hollywood, but it is a Hollyland Lark M1 unit, okay? So we're gonna be looking at that today. And I think you'll find it a pretty impressive setup, a pretty impressive unit that'll be useful to you during your filming adventures. Okay, so let's open it up and see what we got inside. One of the things I like about modern electronics is that they all seem to come in these nice cases. The only problem is these cases tend to be cumbersome and they take up a lot of space in your luggage or your pack or whatever. So you got a lot of these, you know, self-contained units. So if you've got microphones and you've got a drone and you've got a still camera or a digital camera, you might have your different materials. It can be quite cumbersome at times, especially if you're carrying if you're trying to travel light. Okay, so, but it's still nice nonetheless. Okay, so let's open this baby and see what we've got. So as you can see, it comes in a very beautiful case, divided into two sections. In one section, you seem to have your accessories with a little mesh protector unit here. So let's take those out and see what we've got. Okay, so this is a USB to C drive connector. Now you'll notice that these has the gray end on it. Okay, this has a gray end, whereas the one for the camera, for your still camera, your digital camera, as opposed to your analog camera, will have, it can be connected directly into it, will have a different setup, and it'll have a black unit. Okay, so you've got one with a gray unit and one with a black unit. Okay, so the one on the gray is the one that goes to your cell phone. The one on the right with the black, that's the one that would connect to your camera unit. We're not going to worry about the camera unit for now. Okay, I probably won't be using the microphones with my camera unit. Cameras are pretty much a thing of the past, even though they're still digital and they still take good photos and so forth. A lot of people are relying more heavily on their cell phones. As you notice, cell phones have increased their pixelation and their quality, their definition and so forth. In many cases are outstripping standard digital cameras. And I think in the future, we're going to see less and less of cameras, unfortunately, because I was an old fan of analog cameras, black and white photos and so forth. Okay, you've got a charging wire, and this looks like it's a USB to C, which is always useful. I've got about a gazillion of those right now, and they're very useful. I have a box full of them. I keep a container, a sort of holder like this, a hard box, a hard shell box, where I keep all those cords and stuff together so that they're easily accessible when I need them, okay? Because you never know when you're going to need them, when one is going to break, so it's always good to have a backup. It's always good because it can avoid problems, it can avoid delays, unforeseen circumstances. Okay, so we got those different units there. In addition to those units, we've got what are these called? These are you know, these little hairy pop filters that that clip onto the end of your microphones. Okay, and the reason for these are to avoid wind interference, for example, sound interference, and they also reduce plosives. Plosives are the P's, the B's, the D's, the words that, you know, tend to explode as they come out of your mouth. So it gives it a little softer, more professional sound to it, okay? Okay, so if we take out the main unit and we have a look at it, we've got this little box here, and as you open it, you can see it tells whether or not it's charged, and they have indeed been charged, okay? There's a beautiful little container here that holds the two transmitters and the receiver unit, the TRR units and the RX unit. And on the bottom, if you can see here, you've got a C connector, standard computer connector, electronic connector that you can plug right in and charge that baby right up so that you can use it right away. Okay, so let's open it and see what we've got. Okay, so we've got the Yes, the receiver is on, okay, and it's flashing. The receiver is flashing, and it's in stereo, I suppose. It's stereo and mono. You've got a controller here on the side for power. On the other side, you've got the volume controller, and you've got the noise distortion button on the side. Okay, so you have several different controls for that. Okay, you have a clip-on feature, which is very nice because if you look inside, I don't know if you can see this, but if you look inside, there's a channel unit. Maybe we can see a little bit of it. Yeah, there it is. That little channel unit in there, that serves to hold the wire so that you can plug that directly into your phone. Now, you're going to say, well, how can I plug it into the phone when I don't have the C attachment, right? Because most modern phones nowadays no longer have the 3.5 millimeter jack, right? You can't plug that into your phone unless you're working with an older phone, and of course you're going to have reduced quality as well. So the thing you have to do is you're going to have to go on Amazon. You're going to have to make a purchase. Okay, you've got a 3.5 to C jack. Here's the C jack. Okay, it's called the USB-C, and this is the 3.5. And you just plug that into the 3.5. And if you notice, there are 3 rings here. It's very specific. You have to make sure that they match up with what you want. Okay, you're going to snap those together. You snap that baby into the receiver unit up here, and you're ready to go. You just plug that into your phone. You make sure that you have connected the receiver unit. Once you plug it into the phone, you'll get the feedback to connect that directly to your receiver unit. You're good to go. Then what you want to do is you're going to open this up and you're going to take out your transmitters, okay? And on your transmitters, you have noise cancellation button here, or stereo mono. There's noise cancellation. If you push on this yellow button once, it should turn from blue to green. These have not been fully charged yet, and that's the reason you don't see them. Normally, the blue light should be on, okay? And they should connect with the receiver, okay? So there'll be a blue light right there in the middle. You can see the space for it. And if you want to avoid noise cancellation, you push on this yellow button and it should turn green, okay? These clip right onto your shirt, so very useful, very straightforward operation, just like that. Okay, and if you want to put the windsock, it's called the windsock, I just remembered it, it's a windsock. You want to put the windsock on there. Be careful of the direction you use, because there is a direction on it. Okay, there it is, there's a cutout for that. And this is sort of what it looks like. You can use it like this. You can pin it on here, and it looks kind of, flowery, but it does the job, okay? If you want to be more discreet, you can actually take off the windsock, but then of course you're going to have the problems with the plosives or wind interference and so forth. And you can put that inside your shirt so that it's a little bit less visible. And here you can see, I'm still picking it up, and wearing a black shirt, you can hardly see that, okay? You can put it on the inside of a t-shirt, you can set it on a hat, you can set it to your glasses. There's a number of places where you can actually clip this onto, okay? Okay, so I guess that's basically it. That's basically it. We haven't gotten to the point of actually trying these out yet, so looking forward to doing that. And when we do, we'll run another special video just so you can see what the sound quality is going to be like once we record those. Okay, so I hope you enjoy this short mini review. There's not much to it. You've got a good guidebook, a quick guide to it. It's a quick guide. You don't really need much more than that. Now, this is not the top of the line, professional equipment. Professional equipment is going to put you out about anywhere from $250 to $350. Here you're looking at about $130 to $169 on Amazon if you want to go with it. I think Hollyland is a perfectly good unit, especially for somebody who's starting out. And of course, you can always upgrade in the future, or change out, or sell off your unit and move up if you want to, if you feel it's worth it. I think that we'll get the quality that we need, the quality that we expect for the price range, okay? Okay, so almost forgot. One thing that's important to mention is you've got the, underneath here, you've got the charging contact to the Type-C port, on the bottom of your transmitters. And you want to remove this little blue protective tag, otherwise they won't charge, okay? It was right on the bottom, right on the bottom of the receiver transmitter. Okay, so this comes on the bottom of the transmitter. You want to pull that off. Make sure to pull that off, otherwise you're never going to get a charge. Okay, and people are wondering why they don't get a charge. Okay, so be sure to pull those off. There's also one that covers the microphone, and you want to pull that off as well. Okay, so you got these two little plastic retainers that are on each side of your transmitter, your microphone transmitter. There you go. And on the bottom as well. Okay, so you get initially, I wasn't aware of what the problem was and why my transmitters weren't charging, but as you can see, they're blinking now, which means that they're low on charge, and soon they'll be fully charged. The same thing applies. As you can see, the top of the receiver is also covered by one of those blue strips, blue plastic protective strips that you want to remove on both ends of that as well. Okay, just to give you a comparison, if you see in the middle here, you got that blue protective plastic strip that you want to pull off. Okay, so thank you very much, and if you like this video, if you enjoyed what I've shared with you, if you have any questions, please be sure to post them underneath. Be sure to present any comments or any questions or any feedback that you might have. I'm always open to suggestions for improvement and so forth, because nobody's perfect. I sure know I'm not. But, you know, so thank you very much for watching, and feel free to subscribe and like. Your likes are appreciated. Thank you very much, and have a great evening. Bye.